White House. I'm not talking about the deacons on the deacon board. But I'm talking about you good, God-fearing, just church members. Can God trust you? In a world where it looks like you hear more church people doing things that we know are ungodly.
Lord have mercy.
In a world where you open your paper on Monday morning and you hear about more church people getting locked up over the weekend. There's folks that don't go to church. My question for us this morning is, can God trust you?
Well, have mercy.
There are three things, Mount Moriah, that our lives have in comparison with Job. And after we discuss those three things, I'm going to be ready to sit down and get out your way.
You ain't in the way. You're doing all right.
The very first similarity that we share with our model brother this morning, Job, is pain.
Yeah.
In all of our lives, some of us have experienced pain in one form or another. Whether it came in the form of losing a loved one. Or if it came in the form of losing a job. Or even if it came in the form of disappointing God and losing the relationship we had with Him because of our sins. We all suffer pain. Well, if you ever want to see a senior citizen turn back into a preschooler, let some of them receive aches in their bodies.
Well,
it's strange how pain makes us react. If you ever want to see a 260-pound athlete that's ripped with muscles turn into a little bitty boy, let him suffer pain in his body. Any of you ever experienced watching some of the professional athletes get hurt playing the game? Have you seen when they put the towel over their face? They're trying to hide the tears that are flowing from their eyes.
Well,
because they have received pain in their body. To us as children of God, pain is something that we don't want to endure. Suffering is something that none of us want to go through. But I'm here to let you know this morning, Mount Moriah, that if we're going to reign with God, we're going to look at that scripture later in our text. It's impeded, or it's imperative that we must also suffer with God. Suffering is not easy. Suffering is not what we like to do. My last illustration is, if you ever want to see some of the most devout and holy sisters in the church lose their integrity and lose some of their morals, let the good sisters find out that somebody in the church been gossiping about them.
look out.
Then they'll lose all of their spirituality. Well, Jesus warns us against these such things. For he says in Matthew the 5th chapter, verses 11 through 12. He says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." Now here comes the hard part in verse 12. He says, "Rejoice,
That's right.
and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." Well, just maybe the reason why we can't rejoice and be exceedingly happy when people start to gossip against us in the church is because maybe the things they're saying aren't false.
Lord have mercy.
Maybe the talk that they're talking about is actually true.
All right.
And you know the old saying, the truth hurts.
All right. Yes.
But I can guarantee if you know it's a lie, then you don't have a problem rejoicing and being exceedingly glad.
All right.
For you realize that Christ has already told us great is our reward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever the pain that comes in our lives, just like Job, you can be sure that it came from the same source. If we look at our scripture, you notice that things were going well in Job's life.
Yeah.
Job didn't have any issues. But soon as the tempter appeared on the scene, then here comes trouble.
Yeah.
Well, let's put a pin right there and let's do a review over your life.
Right.
Think back in your life when things were going well.
Right.
Now think back to when the turmoil came in your situation. Can you put a microscope and recognize the devil on the scene?
Yes.
Whenever trouble comes in our lives, trouble comes from Satan.
Yes.
Trouble don't come from God.
All right.
And he reassures us of this. James 1st chapter verse 13 says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempt he any man. So if there's any temptation that comes our way, you can believe for sure that it's coming from the devil. God allows us to face pain, trials, and storms, not to tempt us, but to prove us.
That's right.
Yes.
God knows that we are strong enough to endure these trials.
Yes.
Can God trust you? Have you ever been at a time in your life when you ask God, Lord, what is the purpose for all this pain? Have you ever asked yourself, Lord, I know I'm trusting in you. Lord, I know I'm trying to live right.
Yes.
So why in the world do it look like I'm catching hell every time I turn my head?
All right.
Well.
Well, just maybe the reason why you seem to be going through your trials and tribulations this morning is because God feels like he can trust you.
All right.
The purpose for Job in doing all this pain and suffering was to make Satan alive.
That's right.
You remember the conversation that Satan and God had? You remember Satan told God, now, do Job just trust you for nothing? You give him all the things that a man could ever want. And not only have you given him all the things that a man could ever want, you got a head